Today I want to show you how to make a really simple but effective card using some quilling paper. You'll also need a piece of card. I've just used a piece of watercolour card as that's what I've got available. You'll need a sturdy ruler, like a metal ruler, because we're going to be using a craft knife, a pencil and a pair of scissors as well, and that's all we need to get started on making this card. So the first thing that you want to do is mark out on your piece of card what distances that you want. Now it's entirely up to you how you space out your lines. So on mine here, they are about 1/2 centimetre I did for these ones. So I know this is card square because I've cut it already, but I can always measure it up against my mat actually. And you want to make sure that you have got, like I say, nice even spacing, or if you wanted to do something completely kind of random with kind of different spacing, that'd look absolutely fine as well. So it depends upon what effect that you're looking for. So you just want to run these across your card. So I've kind of done across there. I've left 1 centimetre either side and 1/2 centimetres for the rest. I'm going to do about the same on here. Do not worry if the depth at the top here and at the bottom is at all different. It'll make no difference because you'll just be able to trim it off afterwards at the end. Oh, missed off my half there. So once you've got these marked out, you can then join up the lines. Now, yes, you'll note my paper has shrunk. Definitely, I've got a rather unhappy craft knife today. So we're going to start again and see if I can get some nice straight lines out of it. So you need to use fairly decent pressure depending upon how firm your card is, and then it'll make you a nice little incision. You carry on making those all the way down your card, and here's one I had a go at before. You can, if you've got a cutting machine, you could easily use a cutting machine for this as well. When I did this, I've left a slightly thicker bit here and a slightly thicker bit here, because depending upon whether I want my card to be landscape or portrait, I can actually add then on my sentiment to wherever it is because of where I've got my gaps in here. So once we've got this, all we then need to do is choose some colours, and I'm thinking of going maybe some blues, I think, today. So let's get ourselves a piece of quilling paper out. You can use any thickness of quilling paper you like. It also doesn't have to be quilling paper. You can easily go for just strips of paper that you cut out yourself. Now what you want to be doing is on kind of the back and front, you're gently manipulating the card so that you can weave through it. So although I want this to be kind of further near the top, I'm going to actually start near the middle because that's where I'm going to have the most success with pulling the pieces apart. And all I'm doing here is I'm literally just pushing my finger through to lift up the one piece that I want lifting through. I'm a bit shaky today, my apologies. So we will get there. So once you've got your piece through, you can then move it in place. Now, depending on how thick the card was that you used originally, depends upon how far you're going to be able to get that near the top. I quite like the spacing like I did on these ones here. So if you want to have things closer together, using a thinner piece of card to start off with will helpful. This is 350 GSM watercolour, but you could easily use something more like a 200 GSM, which would mean that they would be closer together. Now I don't want to do the same colour straight away. I think I'm going to go for a paler blue. Let's take that one out. Now this time I'm going to do my weave the opposite way. So this time I'm going to be going over the top of this one. It doesn't matter whether you start from this side or whether you go from the other side. It's just complete personal preference. Again, although I'm going to be pushing this one further up, I'm working in the middle just because it's easier for me to start off with. So I'm getting there. Wiggle, wiggle. Through again. A bit more of a wiggle, wiggle. Ooh, a bit too far. Wiggle, wiggle some more until we get to the end. Now one of these sides is going to be the back. Now because I've used watercolour, one side has got a more textured surface and one's got a smoother surface. Whichever one's your back though, it really doesn't matter how neat it ends up because you're going to mount it on your card. So once we've done that, we'll just snip off again. You'll note I'm not using any glue or anything to secure this in place. It actually secures really quite nicely in place without you needing to have to do very much. Now, because it is so much easier to thread it in the middle rather than down the end, I'm actually going to then start on this end the same. And I'm thinking I might do like a symmetrical pattern. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the same here and go under that first one and keep going. Again, I'm really sorry about the shaking of my hands today. They're very, very unsteady. But this shows you that it's a craft that's quite accessible. All it just means is it just takes you a little bit longer if you have got the shakes on you like I have today. So keep weaving that through. You'll notice I'm kind of wiggling from this end a little bit. If you get to this bit and it doesn't seem to kind of want to go much further, you can always just pull a little bit and then we'll pop him in place. Can we give him there we go, bit of a wiggle. And like I said, I'm going to move this one down this way this time because it is so much easier to work in that more flexible middle. So again, I'm going to snip off this end on here. As you can see from this, you really could go for whatever pattern or colours that you wanted to go for. So again, I'm going to mirror, so I'm going to go on top for this first bit. And again, if you just work your way in the middle. There we go. And then we're going to push that one. You'll notice I've turned it over, and the reason being is I can grip hold of these end pieces much more easily this way to be able to shimmy them along to where I want them to go. Then we'll snip that little bit off again. There we go. And then I'm hopeful to try and fit in another 2 in there. We'll see how we go. But I'm thinking what colour to go for. Let's see, I've gone for some blues. I'm wondering whether to go for maybe like a purple as a kind of contrast within there. Here we go. Yes, I think we'll be able to fit the purple in there. Let's see. Well, I may just do one piece of purple actually and have the spacing greater, because I do like the idea of it just being kind of more symmetrical with a central point. Ooh. Oh yes, the shaking is strong in this one today. This is, oh, my note. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm really awful at remembering to introduce myself on these. I'm Lisa and I like making lots of crafty things. I would describe myself definitely as a crafter. I am not an artist. And I am master of nothing, but have a good go at anything. So I love giving things a try. So often lots of the projects that you will find on my on my channel are ones that are really simple and easy to do for beginners. Having a little challenge with this one. Oh, there we go, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, we need to go under that one. Tuck you back under, I've come a bit too far out. Ooh, there we go. Poke him under. And we can pull him back out a bit. You can see it just gets a little bit trickier as you get more in. Oh, too far again. Don't worry if the strand that you're pulling through on this end gets a bit dog-eared. It doesn't matter, because you can just snip that off if it becomes a problem. So we're so close here. So close to the end. Oh, I might have gone too far with that one. Oh yes, that's way too far, isn't it? Here we go. Let's see how far along we can go. Then we are going to almost be done. Oh, he's not quite. Come on. Come on, come on. So this kind of card project would be really good for children as well, and developing their fine motor skills. Oh, I've just slipped out the ends of the others. Need to tuck those bits back in. Ooh, there's one. Tuck him back out. And tuck this one back in. Oh no, I've tucked the one out. It's like a puzzle. There we go. Right, we are there. So we've got our ones tucked in, tucked out, tucked in, tucked out. I have made that a little bit more dogged, so I'm going to pull him out a little bit. Make sure he's central. And then I'm just going to chop off that end there. Oh, not particularly straight that was it? And then we'll chop off this little bit here. And there is your Quilling threaded card. And like I say, you can add a little sentiment, mount it up, pop it on a card, blank, and it's a lovely little card to give as a gift. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you fancy trying out any of the others, check out the others that are on my channel. Thanks ever so much for watching.